All right, welcome back to another video. We're going to sell JEPI in order to buy JEPQ, and we'll do it all live. This is after market hours, so we can still execute a trade. We've got 52 more minutes before that closes, but we'll just have a look into the current standing of JEPI that I hold. We've had a lot of dividend investors within the community sort of ask me, why the hell are you holding JEPI? JEPQ has a higher total return, etc., etc. So I've actually had a little bit of a look into it, and I'll show you on Seeking Alpha the things that I'm going to look for and the reason why I've decided to sell JEPQ. And when we actually go into the data, it's actually a no-brainer. But with JEPI, I've been holding this company for at least 3 to 4 years. It's actually kind of sad to see it go, just because I've been holding it for so long. But we've got over 1,000 shares. The total market value is sitting at $59,000, and the total profit is $2,000 with the company here. The current dividend yield is sitting at 7.27%. And this is the performance of the last sort of 5 years. So you've had like a bit of a recent dip there of 4% roughly. But yeah, we'll just head over to Seeking Alpha. I've recently just partnered with Seeking Alpha, so I get access to all the premium sort of data that you guys or anyone who isn't signed up with Seeking Alpha Premium won't get the access to. So it's pretty cool. So what I'll do is down on this bottom left-hand corner here, you can see the comparisons tool. All right, and we're going to find a comparison to see here. So I'll click create new comparison, and I want to see JEPI, right? And we want to measure that up to JEPQ, right? Because this will justify the reason as to why I want to purchase the company in the first place. Also want to see how QYLD is doing, just because I hold that within the portfolio. Same with SCHD as well. So I'll just have a look at how they're all performing together, and we'll click compare here. So straight away, we have JEPQ in the blue, obviously leading. This is just the price return though, so that's not including all the dividends, etc. So you can see that JEPQ is currently leading at 15%, but I want a total return because I'm a dividend investor. I want to see the price return plus the dividends. All right, which means we click total return here, and you can see this is in the last year. Okay, so just in the last year, we have a total return of 27%. QYLD is coming second at 20%, etc., etc. But you can see the difference between JEPQ and JEPI. Pretty incredible, the difference in return, and that's a return I could have been getting with JEPQ. Although this is probably one of the important things as to why you should keep your research up to date and constantly look for better opportunities. But if we click the 3-year period, look at the difference in total return now. We're looking at 51% as opposed to 20%. That's a difference of 30% right there. So you're probably asking, what is the main difference between JEPI and JEPQ? Well, they're pretty much the exact same fund, although JEPI is the more conservative option of that. So what you'll notice within the JEPI portfolio, the percentage in technology stocks is far less, whereas JEPQ, they've got a higher percentage of the tech stock. So when you get a massive tech downturn, JEPI will actually decline in value a lot more than JEPI will. But because I'm young, I hold for the long term, we could actually use that volatility to put more money into the stock to increase that total return over time. I'll be looking to hold JEPQ for plus of 10, 15 years or however long. So, but before I'm going to go ahead and buy, I just want to see the difference in JEPI's dividends, etc. So let's have a look at the dividend growth. So you can see fairly volatile. In 2022, they paid $6.36. Then they paid $4.62. 2024, $4.22. So you can kind of see a little bit of volatility there. We'll now have a look at JEPQ. Okay, this fund, okay, we've had a little bit more consistency in increasing the dividend there. Okay, so that looks a little bit better to me in terms of the dividend growth. So that kind of that's what a dividend investor looks for, right? Is a consistency in their dividend, but also increasing that dividend over time. So that's another reason why their total return is a lot better as well. So that's all the justification I need to invest into JEPQ. All right, so we'll just come over to stake here, click the holdings tab. All right, click into JEPI, and we'll start to sell them now. I'm just waiting for that to fill and for that to become to 100%, in which it has. All right, so we'll go back to the dashboard, the holdings tab. All right, and we still have a little bit of JEPI there, so we'll quickly sell that off. I don't know why that done that. Waiting. Yep, there we go. We just filled the other couple of shares there. So now we'll head back to the holdings, and we have no JEPI, so we'll click into JEPQ. Right, and we'll buy $60,000 worth of JEPQ there. Right, we'll go. Yeah, we'll go limit buy. The amount we want to do. So, how many shares do we want? Which price? We'll go. It's asking for 57.85, and that gets me 69,000. So we'll just try. I don't want that many, so let's try 1,000 shares and see how much that costs. We'll go a little bit more. There we go, $60,000 there. Cool. All right, we'll click review. All right, so here we go. We're going to buy 1,050 shares. Limit price 57.85. That's how much it's going to cost, the brokerage fee. And then the amount, $60,000. We'll place the order there, and we'll just have to wait for it to be filled, in which it has. Right, so we'll go back to the holdings tab. Right, we now have got rid of JEPI, and we now have JEPQ. Well, there you have it. We've just got rid of JEPI, and we bought JEPQ. So stay tuned within the portfolio. Give me a like and subscribe to the channel if you did want to see this content and see how JEPQ now performs within the portfolio. And just one more thing to add just at the end here. Because I am partnered with Seeking Alpha, I've got a link in the description below. So if you did want to get access to extra tools that you wouldn't necessarily be or have access to just with the regular sort of membership, use that link in the description because you'll get a bit of a discount as well and a 7-day free trial. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think of the change between JEPI and JEPQ, and then what you're investing in. That'll be pretty cool to have a conversation about. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video.